Welcome, everybody, to ITD Gaming News. What's in the news today? Ubisoft celebrates a successful launch of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced in the most Ubisoft way. But before I tell you what way that is, make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, notifications, all those good buttons to keep you up to date with what we like to talk about. Here we go. All right, so Ubisoft Barcelona celebrates successful Assassin's Creed Black Flag launch Resynced with layoffs. Yay! So, for doing their jobs successfully, putting out a game that's getting decent reviews, very decent, they got middle fingers and pink slips. So, yeah. Despite Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced being considered a successful launch by Ubisoft, 51 employees at Ubisoft Barcelona, many of whom worked on the game, will be celebrating its launch by seeking new employment. Announced on June 10th, 51 employees at Ubisoft Barcelona faced layoffs, with those who spoke to Insider Gaming saying that the layoffs felt premeditated and were going to happen no matter how successful the Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced was. That's because Ubisoft tends to assign new projects to teams well before they complete their current projects, sometimes a year in advance. However, despite the Barcelona team raising concerns about not being assigned a new project as far back as summer of 2025, no such assignments were given. Before going any further, consider downloading the free blah, blah, blah. Just kidding. Even a successful game launch means you're not safe at Ubisoft. According to those familiar with the Assassin's Creed Black Flag blah, 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 performed at launch, the game was highly successful in terms of interest and pre-orders. Yet, just days after completing all its work on Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, the Assassin's Creed Barcelona team was disbanded, with 51 employees laid off. I hate the word layoff. Just say fired. You ever fired? One employee who was affected by the layoffs told Insider Gaming, under the conditions of anonymity, which is a hard word for me to say for some reason, these layoffs coincide with the broader context of ongoing workplace issues. This is not an isolated event. It reflects a pattern of constant mistreatment, loss of talent, forced departures resulting from the erosion of workers' rights, and an increasingly top-down management culture that leaves employees with little voice in decisions affecting their work. According to sources, the studio's celebration launch event was also canceled, instead replaced by a small catering get-together at the studio. They got a pizza party. So, employees at Ubisoft Barcelona have announced through the Video Game Union Coordinating Committee that they will strike each Tuesday and Thursday after June 30th and July 16th for a total of 6 strikes over a 3-week period due to this injustice. At the time of writing, Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced has an 84 Metacritic score and has received rave reviews from the community. It's likely a game that could turn many people's negative perception about Ubisoft around, but if employees are still face being laid off, often even after releasing a game deemed great by the community and pundits, and that meets internal expectation, then what's the point? How can developers be the best they can be when no matter what, a big cloud of despair looms over? It's typical Ubisoft. They've become EA Light. They've become Activision. They've just gotten so gross of a company. And unfortunately, it's hard to say, but unfortunately, if you work for Ubisoft, you should expect this. You work for Activision, you work for EA, you should expect these things. Ubisoft typically will provide, like this in the article, a new project around a year in advance sometimes. And if nothing is coming up, then you know you're gone. No matter what, your butt is out, toast, canned, fired. So, and it's just a disgusting trend that we've got going on in the gaming community. gaming community has really just been ravaged the last several years. And this year alone has gotten just, it's, I've never seen anything like it in my life in the gaming community. I've seen some studios fall, I've seen studios rise, but we are losing way more than we're gaining. And it's a terrible trend. It's all about the money. It's about the AI. It's about these investors, and it's hard to watch. It's hard to listen to. It's hard to trust anything. Microsoft fired over 3,000, and now these 51 people are gone, and that's just that's just another day in the gaming industry. So. Um, I think if you work for Ubisoft, you might as well just start looking for another job. In my personal opinion, I think Ubisoft is going to just whittle themselves down till there's nothing left. I believe it was one of the brothers, one of the founding brothers, passed away not too long ago. Um, and, I was kind of hoping that this change, this, this loss would change the company, but it's not, obviously. So unfortunate. Um, I was interested in Black Flag and I was considering picking it up, but now I just can't do it. I won't give them the dime for it because I played the original and I don't need to play this one. Not if it's just going to give them more money to do whatever and then go fire people. So, yeah. So I say protest it. I say, send Ubisoft 1,000 middle fingers and, see how they like it. Probably just stop buying their product altogether because they're just a horrible company now, and my heart breaks for that team. I hope they land on their feet. I hope Ubisoft. Hopefully, they provided some sort of a compensation for them. Kept that insurance going a little longer. Pay things like that for a little while, just to help these poor people out. But it's par for the course for Ubisoft. It's what they've been doing and what they're going to continue to do. So now, all that whining, complaining, and everything aside, did you pick up Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced? That is kind of hard to say. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. If I ever catch it on a $5 bargain bin at Walmart, I might check it out, but that's probably the only way I'm going to pick it up. So, but let me know how you feel about it. If you picked it up, or if you were just going to say, you know what, Ubisoft can, kick rocks and suck dirty buttholes in hell for, the way they're treating their employees. Let me know if you think that too in the comments. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, notifications, all those good buttons keep you up to date. See you next time. See ya.